Hello, Yaktzenman here. I am coming to you live from a place near a flea market. I was at this flea market on Sunday, and the idiots were really and truly kind of like boyhood cushions, and I can't tell you that there were no fleas there. I had a man, come up to me, and I was trying to sell something, and he said, I ain't gonna pay you nothing. And I said, well, what are you gonna pay me? And he said, I told you I ain't gonna pay you nothing. And I again said, well, then what are you going to pay me? He didn't get it, and I still don't think you probably get it either. A flea market's a filthy place. It's a junk pile. People trying to sell old, dirty junk and clothes and things that they may or may not have washed. But there was a woman over there who was selling old shirts and pants and things. And I'm just trying to tell you that it's ridiculous to sell junk for 50 cents, even the underwear and things that are filthy. I wouldn't purchase them at a flea market, especially a market where there's no fleas. There were dog fleas over there, but there was certainly nothing that we would even want to consider purchasing. But it just goes back to show you that the ability of a man to control his body through words is ridiculous. You can't tell your eyes to see and your eyes to see and your nose to smell and your butt to pooch and these kind of things. You can't do it. You can't tell yourself to get in the now. You were in the now because you are now in the now. You can't not be in the now. Even when you're dead, you're in the now. The now is a place where you are, and it's just that way. It's one of life's little mysteries. You can't force yourself to be in the now. You can't purchase a book and study Zen Buddhism and become enlightened and live in the present. The present moment is what we have. It's all we have. You can't get out of it, mainly because there are no time machines. If we could have the answer to that, we would have time machines, and that's where we would become very famous people, like James Mason and the Journey to the Center of the Earth. But we have no time machine, so you can't get out of the now, and you certainly can't make yourself go to the now. So willing yourself into the now is not the answer. That's the whole main purpose of Yaktzenman, to try to enlighten some of you people. You still cling to phrases like keep your eye on the ball when you only have, what are you, a cyclops? You have to ask someone which eye. They tell our children, keep your eye on the ball. Well, ask them which eye you are referring to. Or do we have cycloptic children? Now, don't try to make yourself do things in the now. The other one is practice makes perfect. Well, perfect practice makes perfect, but it certainly doesn't, perfect practice makes perfect. Just think about that one for a little while. We'll be expanding on all of these subjects as time goes by. But you can't tell me that people eat raw meat and say that it's tender, like raw steak braised on each side is not tender, man. It's like eating rubber, hot rubber. This is another one of those fallacies, and like taking candy from a baby. It's not easy to take candy from a baby, but we follow these little sayings as long we go, and here they go. So listen here. Give me an acting job, and I'll make you a thwarted boxhead. You will not have to worry any more if you sign this old boy for a part in a movie. I know how to act. I'm acting now, you see. But anyway, the whole premise of the tape is to explore the present, living in the present, acting and such things as this. I'm trying to see. I can't even talk without acting. Everything I do is an act. I've been acting since I came out of the womb and came out of the amniotic fluid. I've been acting. I was an airline pilot, and that was all a big act. I didn't care about being an airline pilot. Certainly hated that being cramped up in the cockpit with a smelly person. And then we got cockpit resource management, of course, but man, you talk about tension in a cockpit. Sit up there for a month with the same old fat pig, and argue about this and that in an airplane cockpit. You've got a mess on your hands. Two people arguing about whether or not we're going to fly through a thunderstorm is not, you know. See, I can't even talk to you right now without using an English accent. What's the matter with me? Oh, let me see if I can. Let me be me. I'm gonna just be me now. Being me. Okay, I'm just being me. I'm gonna try to talk without using an accent. Boy, it's hard to do. Oh man, I'll tell you. Being an actor is tough business. Especially if that's all you do is act. You know, that's all I do is act. And I was acting when I was a tennis professional, acting when I was a stockbroker, acting as a drummer. Although it took talent to be, to do paradiddles and use two bass drums and play in a rock band. But it's hard not to act. I've been acting so long that I really want to get out of it, but why not get paid for it? You know what I mean? I'd rather get paid for acting than put myself through all of this constantly, this acting business. So climb up on me and like I'm a tree and make me a star, will you? Someone grab hold of this beautiful acting job that I seem to be able to do, and let's get on the bandwagon here and make me a star. Because I don't want to be a star, but I do want to be known as one, and I want the money concerned with making movies. Okay, making movies is hard work, but I take very good direction. I know how to memorize lines, and see, I'm already tending to go back to that accent. Um, but just getting back to what I was trying to say about using words. Don't confuse words with reality. The words are used for communication and certainly not to run your brain or your butt. Your butt won't poot because you tell it to. It does it because it builds up gas in there when you eat beans or some other gassy food. And I tell you, it's so easy for me to act that it's hard for me not to act. You see where I'm coming from here? So grab hold of this and put me in a movie, and we'll jive. We'll synchronize our minds, and we'll get on the same page. I'll take your direction, and we'll make lots of moolah. Okay, Yaktzenman. I'll be checking back in shortly with you on the next flop. Catch me later. Bye bye.